And we are back? Wait, are we back?
We're back, and I have to
We're
quickly
back!
ask you, can you quickly hop over to Wardy's stream to figure out what the score is? Because we don't know.
The reporter coming down. Let's see, delay is still going on. The fight's still happening. It looks like Dark is winning.
No, yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, so we're tied up.
Yeah, 1-1 in this best of 5 qualifying match here is what is going on. And we're going to be continuing it, having a little bit of a tiebreaker here on Pride of Altaris. LE, we're in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right corner. We have our red Zug player coming down from the land of Korea. He, of course, is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. In a bit of a team kill, he is Dark.
And spawning in the bottom left, sorry, the top left-hand corner of Pride of Altaris LE, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. It is Cure.
Bottom, top, same thing. You know?
Just wanted to say my apologies to the chat for the extended break. It took us a while to find a series. We were going to dive into Creator versus DRG, who are currently in the Ace match, but I messaged Creator. I was like, yo, are you mid-series? He's like, yeah, we're tied up 1-1. I'm like, cool, invite. And then he got into the game.
And he's like, nope.
Feels bad, man. So we missed out
Such
on that. Yeah, we missed out on that series. Instead, we waited, and now we are here. And a very interesting thing is going on. We saw a pull first from Dark.
Yeah, not an overly aggressive pull first coming out from Dark, but a pull first nonetheless. And no gold base being taken. My disappointment is measurable.
Shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head. We waited 30 minutes for a series and we didn't even get a goal base. God damn it. But we do see links coming across the map. The goal of these links are to delay the CC, maybe, or hopefully avoid the Reaper. And there we go. They are going the long way around to avoid said Reaper and to force a cancel on this natural.
Yeah, it's best case scenario here for Dark. This one Reaper really isn't going to do too much here in the early game. Sure, it'll get a good scout. It'll see that it is in fact a pull first, but there's nothing for him to really do with that information.
Yeah, he shows up and oh my god, the Lings are already here across the map. We do see Dark trying to get into the main base, but no, he is denied. He will get the SCV and we will chip away at the CC.
Yeah,
oh!
Nothing really forcing Cure to cancel it, but he's taking this very seriously. That's a lot of SCVs he's pulling, in addition to the late timing on the natural base itself. So, yeah, already a bit of an economic victory for Dark.
Yeah, Dark does get that one Marine, and he does force a lot of lost mining time, as you were saying. So, honestly, pretty worth it. Sure, he didn't cancel, he did not fully deny the natural base, but he delayed it, and he still dealt quite a bit of economic damage.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of lost mining time. Even forces a bunker out for Cure.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, back home, Dark, he's just droning up. He's getting a third base up and running. Everything is looking pretty nice from his end. As we can see, the economic income advantage graph go heavily in the red for Dark. And we'll see what Cure has in store for us. Personally, I'm a little bit afraid. I saw the mech on Blackburn, and I hope that's the last we see of the mech.
Yeah, I hope Cure realizes, wait a minute, I lost with mech. Let's never do that again. For the rest of my StarCraft career.
It's like, let's never do that again if the Ducklings are casting.
Yeah.
Oh god. Also, it was really cute what Cure just did there. Like, he was forced to make additional Marines early on, and he lifted up his factory to kill the Overlord. That's something you don't see that often.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays we see that happening, lifting up a building to kill the Overlord. We see it with the barracks instead, but I guess Cure is a lot more focused on his bio this game. He even chases down an Overlord on the other side of the map with his Marines, and that's a very early stim.
Yeah, like, this is such an interesting build. I feel like he was forced here because of the opener, but because he lifted up his factory, even though it was a 1-1-1 opener, his Hellions are very delayed because there weren't any Hellions in productions. 2 more Raxes are thrown down instead. We have a Banshee on the way as well. Like, this is, again, not something we see too often.
Yeah, I highly doubt he's gonna get any Banshee, any Hellions
Yeah.
to begin with here. As okay, he's still getting another reactor out, and have a feeling that that's not for an add-on switch this time.
Yeah, but regardless, like, he is just gonna have so many Marines to work with. Obviously, because he has no Hellions despite the 1-1-1, he has no map control whatsoever. He's not gonna be able to clear up any of this creep. And Dark, he is free to just gain control of his side of the map.
And he's taking full advantage of that. He has droned up so hard after deflecting the initial threat of the Reaper. I was just working on his tech, working on his economy. Lair already finished up.
Yeah.
One Banshee hasn't really been able to do much.
Yeah, the Banshee shows up and it clears a little bit of creep, but there are plenty of queens where that came from to respread that creep. What's important is that Dark did blindly make a handful of roaches to help deal with Hellions, but there are no Hellions, so the roaches don't really do too much. Thankfully, he didn't overinvest into them, and I mentioned them. I mean, there are roaches because this is Dark we're talking about. He is one who loves his roach play. We'll see if he commits or if he... Yeah, roach speed.
There we go. He is the original Legacy of the Void Roach Boy, after all.
Yeah, and we'll see how this works here, because we already have tanks on the way, but there's only going to be one. Like, it's going to take a while for that tank count to really get much higher, especially because Cure was focusing a lot more on his bio. Meanwhile, almost loses one of his Banshees.
Thankfully, he doesn't know. He can still use it to harass later as the game goes on. A little bit of multi-prong never hurt no one. Well, it hurts the Zerg player, but never hurt the Terran player. That's what I mean.
Definitely. As you do see the Viking being a little bit annoying here towards the right. We have the Banshee trying to slip in and clear some more creep. We have a double drop also headed across the map. Stim is done. So is +1.
Oh, Lord. These Marines can do a whole lot. The Baneling Nest isn't done yet, and okay, there are a lot of roaches in fairness, but they're being distracted by those Banshees in the middle of the map. Here come the Marines, stimming on for it, taking out so many Overlords. Gonna be supply blocking Dark for quite a while. Is he able to get that macro hatch? No, but he is able to get that assimilator.
Yeah, he gets the gas. Can he focus down the Spore? He will focus down this Spore, make it a little bit easier to dip in with his Banshees. We just see Dark immediately throwing down a backup Spore. Meanwhile, the Banshee, gets sniped at the gold.
Both Banshees go down. No, only one Banshee went down, so yeah, there is still a possibility for Dark, or Cure, sorry, to dip in and harass with that Cloaked Banshee later down the line. But yeah, that's actually quite a bit of value from a
oh my god,
single drop this early on.
Yeah, definitely. Can he get a Ravager? Oh, he gets one as well. This drop has been absolutely insane again. Stim +1 is beautiful here for Cure. But as the game goes on, now we have a macro hatch. Now we have a gold base as well. Dark is still in this. He'll be able to clean this up and even snaps a medevac.
Yeah, thankfully for Cure though, he is able to keep most of his Marines alive. This Banshee! It was on move command for a little bit too long, and I'm actually surprised that I was still in range of the detection of the Spore Crawler. But yeah, both Banshees get taken out.
Yeah. Cure, he wasn't anticipating the Spore to be already remade, so he was hoping that there was an opportunity there to kill some drones. Unfortunately, there wasn't. Finally, these drops are dealt with. It won't be dealing any damage, and Dark is free to get into his Lingbane Roaches just to start with, Roach Ravager, but now fully into that kind of melee Zerg style.
We'll see how long he has that freedom though, as Cure is already making his way across the map. Got a pretty potent timing right now. He has +1 from earlier on. He has Stim. He has Combat Shield working on that Concussive Shell about to finish up. Most importantly though, he has 3 tanks, which I would say is about the minimum you want to start pushing out as Terran.
Definitely. 3 tanks is nothing to snuff at. You know, he hasn't been losing his tanks over the course of this game. Only a couple of Banshees, a couple of Marines here and there. But Dark is getting very close to maxing out. To be fair, Roaches aren't really what he wants right now. The Ravagers have their place. Oh my god, the tanks are on siege! They're so exposed! Up!
Get Siege exposed, get Siege exposed! Oh, but Cure is able to Siege run them up in the high ground, and Dark doesn't jump on top of it. Instead, he goes for a massive run by. I'm getting some Dongregoo vibes.
Oh yeah, exactly. Massive link run by. A lot of workers are going down. The third base is denied. Meanwhile, sure, the gold is going to get taken out, but I don't think Dark really cares. He's just waiting for the army to unsiege before he pushes in.
And he evacuated every single one of his drones from that position. He's pulling back his links from earlier on, and he's just, like you were saying, waiting for the moment Cure unsieges for him to get into every single crevice of Cure's army.
Yeah, exactly. We see a couple of biles and one tank will get picked off, so nicely done there by Dark. We do see Cure getting ready to pull the trigger. Dark expands over to the right, and he actually evacuated, not really losing many drones at all.
Yeah, so we can resume mining as quickly as possible, even though, you know, as much as it hurts to lose a gold base like that, it's not the end of the world at all for Dark, who is already maxed out. So is Cure, though, to be fair.
Yeah, Cure does move here to the low ground, so he doesn't have the high ground advantage, not anymore. Dark is getting ready for a full surround, doesn't pull the trigger yet, but now he goes for it.
Man, these Marauders are really was keeping Dark from moving in, but now that he's got a perfect surround, he comes in from every single angle. Cure's army just got completely crushed in the middle of the map right there.
Exactly. I was so surprised. Cure, he got the goal base, and then he gives up his high ground advantage, goes down to the low ground onto creep. Madman. Just like that, he loses everything.
I think I remember you yelling at me for doing something similar in a TvZ.
It's like, mate, what's going on? Sure, Cure, he keeps all of his medevacs alive, but that is it. That is all he has. Dark has such a massive advantage. He already has Hive. He's working on 3-3. He's working on his Vipers. The next blow is going to be huge. Cure has to do something to come back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, taking out that gold base in general is still, you know, it's a lot of value, but keep in mind, Cure has not made a fourth base yet.
Yeah.
At all. He's not even planning to make one and float it on over to the fourth base location. He is all in on 3 bases.
Exactly, and to be fair, with 3-base economy, maybe he can max out. The problem is that Dark is ready to go. He's already at 200 supply. He's ready to just send it across the map. You could argue maybe he wants to wait for 3-3, but nah, mate, it's Dark we're talking about. He's one of the more aggressive Korean players out there. He's just setting himself up, clearing up all these rocks to just push in once again.
So you're pushing in, the drop will push in, clear a bunch of creep, and dip out, but again, not making a dent at all in Dark's economy, in his army, in anything.
Oh my god, speaking of Cure, he's about to rock up, and he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to be caught on creep, on siege. Dark, he wants the army, he pushes in.
Every angle. I didn't even notice that Dark was making Vipers, but those blinding clouds will seal the fate of Cure's army. GG, Dark is on match point.
GG, well played. Also, something shocking that I don't know if you noticed, despite the fast +1 attack there from Cure, in the end, when the game ended, he had 1-1 against soon-to-be 3-3 from Dark.
What?
Yeah, crazy.
You just never make an armory?
I don't. He either never made an armory or he just never made 2-2. It's crazy.
Another thing you yelled at me about recently.
Oh no, Cure is turning into Yaku. What's going on?
No, that's the worst thing that can happen to a Terran player.
Oh god. Alright.
Here we go, game number 4.
Getting
Or
ready
number
to...
2 for us, but, you know.
Yeah. We're getting ready to dive into game 4, and like Cure had a really nice start to the game, a nice opener with that double drop. But after that, like, he struggled to hold on to his third base. His upgrades were lacking. I was shocked as well, the fact that he never got a fourth. He never planned for the game to go on longer.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess it's one of those things where if you are planning to go for a 3 base all-in like that, you need to be more aggressive than he was. But, regardless, that was Pride of Altaris. This is Berlingrad, LE. We're in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We, of course, have our red Zerg player currently on match point. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG, from the land of Korea. Everybody get your barks ready. It is Dark.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. The PG, it is Cure.
Going for a 2-Rax.
Oh my god. Okay.
Now, it's looking to be similar to the timing of a 2-on-1, but it's the positioning of the second Rax that's throwing me off a little.
Yeah, he's actually going for a third Rax as well. Let's go. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Cure with the hyper aggression here on Berlingrad.
And I will say, a 3-Rax on Berlingrad makes a whole lot more sense than a 3-Rax on Pride of Altaris.
True. Cure.
Still not over it. I still have yet to see it succeed for Cure.
Yeah, god damn it. Cure.
But I'm sure it does.
To be fair, it's a different matchup, right? It is a TVP we're talking about when it comes to that.
It is.
Yeah, I'm really concerned though. Like, this Overlord is going to get across the map. Dark will see the lack of natural base. That's going to be a bit of a tell, and then he will dip in and confirm the 3 Raxes. What do we see at home? Right now, just Queens and Lings, but how he responds once he figures out what is coming his way.
Yeah, I don't think he knows that it's 3-Rax Reaper just yet.
Yeah,
he's got to have some suspicions, but he hasn't confirmed it.
Yeah, all he knows that it's one base play. That's all he really knows right now. The first Reaper gets across the map, which is still relatively standard, but the other Reapers will confirm that, okay, we got multiple Raxes coming in.
Yep. I'm sure Dark is having some flashbacks to 2016. Back when this was all the rage in TvZ, particularly when he played against Bjorn.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That was like 5 years ago, mates. Like, can Cure really keep up or really perform at that level? We'll find out. Reaper so far, they're trying to focus down the Queens. Almost gets one.
Almost, but not quite. He has to be so careful about his own Reapers. They're starting to get pretty low. But here's the thing about Reapers, like, they do regenerate, much like Zerg units, but they regenerate health much quicker.
Yeah, exactly.
Zerg units do.
And I'm really concerned here. Dark has a very interesting approach. He opted to skip Ling speed, and he is going for a Roach Warren instead. He's making a wave of Lings, but again, these are slow Lings. Like, can he really deal with these Reapers? They're getting out of hand. He already gets one Queen.
Just like so. Transfuse is enough to save one of these Queens, but he doesn't have enough Transfuse to really go around.
Exactly, and I guess the goal here for Dark is just to have Lings to buffer and to tank shots for the Queens and Roaches to deal damage. But again, like, if the micro is there, Cure, he can outmaneuver all of that.
If the micro is there, credit to Cure, he is doing such a good job of fighting off of creep. Every time he dips in and he starts seeing those, and when he starts noticing those Zerglings getting a little too close for comfort, he immediately dips out. There is a lot more energy on these Queens though. We do see a lot of transfuses going around. So close, but no cigar. No more Queens have gone down yet.
And a very scary thing is about to happen. Cure is being a little bit greedy. He is making not just his natural, but also a third base. This Roach count is getting pretty high, and Dark is going to look to counterattack. Without tanks or Banshees or any kind of, or Cyclones or anything like that, with just pure bio units, it can be difficult to hold against a Roach counterattack.
But, counterpoint, KD8 charge.
True, true. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, I guess the power of all of these Reapers and the fact that we don't have Link speed means that Dark, like, he still hasn't dealt with them.
Hey, he can't go for that massive counterattack that he would like to. I guess he has to be concerned about the Reapers dipping in and messing up his mineral line if he leaves a door open.
Yeah, Dark is a lot more concerned with just saturating his bases instead of counterattacking. And that means that Cure is getting away with his opener. As he almost gets a Ravager. But what I mean by that is that this is a very fast OTC, and his factory is so delayed, but Dark isn't punishing that.
Exactly. Once a couple of tanks come out, I really don't see Dark being able to utilize his counterattack, and I think he's also noticed that time has passed. He's starting to work on his lair now.
Yeah, interesting move here. So again, just avoiding link speed as best he can. I would have loved link speed earlier. It would have been amazing. It would have been beautiful. But it looks like he just wants Verge Ravager.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
It's also droning up hard now, though, which may just about kill him. Stim is about to finish up for Cure, and this isn't a large army, but it may just be enough if he nails the KD8 charges and, sneaks around the roaches best he can.
Yeah, it's always possible. Stim and combat shields is completed here. Another Overlord gets picked off. Dark on the verge of being supply blocked.
It's actually supply block now. Yeah. There we go. Forced to make gas and Evo chambers to free up supply. No, that's not why he built those, but it helps.
Yeah, so we have a couple of laser lords coming out. 4 overlords. Oh god, you hate to see it. So Dark is a little bit on the back foot. And now we have a line of upgrades on the way here for Cure. He's looking to just dive into this mid-game in such a great position. Reapers come in, they even get a couple of drones.
Yeah, and they are starting to thin out now, but the Reapers have done their job. They have kept Dark at bay for long enough that Cure is able to get into his mid-game, and he's losing even more drones. That's 7 total.
7! Jesus Christ. Finally, link speed finishes up as the Reapers get cleaned up. Can these links get much damage done? I think it's a little bit too late. This third base, is it exposed? Man, we got plenty of Marines, plenty of Marauders here ready to defend it. And now we have a drop being set up to go across the map.
Well, it was set up to go across the map, but yeah, the link threat here was a little bit too much for Q to ignore.
There's going to be a very strong timing. 1-1 about to finish up in a couple of moments here. And Marine Marauder, they can trade well against this army. There's no Banelings whatsoever. There is some Roach Ravager to be fair, but they're also quite slow. Cure can't always avoid them.
Yeah, even with the Gila Reconstitution, Stimmed Bio will outrun Roaches and Ravagers off creep.
And this is very interesting. Dark, he is not stopping with his tech. Supply blocked once again makes another wave of 4 overlords. But he is going straight into Hive and straight into Lurkers. My god.
Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely a really good way of shutting down Terran Bio, especially Terran Bio that's... Or at least a Terran player that's this dedicated to bio play. We only have a handful of tanks at the moment, and basically no starport units aside from these medevacs.
Yeah, it's a very bold move. Thankfully, Dark is, there are only drops coming in for Dark, but Dark is being pulled apart a little bit here. More drones are going down, more Overlords as well. Overlords that Dark is, again, having a hard time dealing with or replenishing.
Yeah, he sneaks these Overlords into the back of his bases, but Cure... once his target is locked, he goes straight for those Overlords. It's kind of inspiring, actually.
He really does. Finally, the drops are being dealt with. We have enough army all over the place between the bases, and the Hive is done. The Lurker Den is done. Dark is gonna have Lurkers for the big push. I say big push, like, again, we still see drops. The tanks are still remaining at home.
Yeah, Cure just wants to drop Dark into submission, and we'll see if it works out. This is a lot of Terran Bio getting thrown his way, and Dark doesn't have Lurkers yet. Even if he does get Lurkers, he'll be vanilla.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have any Lurker upgrades despite the Hive. We do have some Infestors, though. Again, Fungals are going to be the MVP here to keep Dark alive long enough for the rest of his tank.
If he can get the Fungal still. It's a pretty big if. There we go. Lurkers are on the way, as well as Adaptive Talons. Dark has the opportunity to be a bit more aggressive with his Lurkers once that finishes up.
Yeah, like, he's been so greedy. Oh my god. I can't believe he's getting away with this. But yeah, he's gonna have lurkers in time. Finally, we have the big push from Cure. Finally, he's maxed out. Is this gonna really work though?
Dark?
Yeah, Dark, he's meeting him as well with these lurkers. They're about to pounce. Talons is about to finish up in a couple of seconds. The Vipers are being topped up with their energy.
Just like so. Biosims on top of one of the lurkers is a decent pick off here before the fight really begins. But we'll see who is faster with their well, I was gonna say spellcasters, but Cure doesn't have any spellcasters.
Yeah,
so
he doesn't have any ghosts.
Yeah, we'll see if Dark can Blinding Cloud and Fungal.
I got the Fungal!
Oh, that's a massive Fungal, and then a couple of Corrosive Biles land as well. Not as devastating as it could have been, though, for Cure, so yeah, he's still in this push.
Oh god,
that's a devastating Fungal, though.
Yeah, that's another Fungal. We see Yoinks and Blinding Clouds on top of the entire army, and another Fungal as well! Oh, is it gonna be enough?
Oh, but a DPS isn't quite here for Dark. Groove Spines, or no, the other upgrade, the Lurker Range upgrade, whatever it's called, didn't finish up, so he couldn't really take advantage of that Fungal. And now Cure's got momentum!
Yeah, exactly. There are only 2 lurkers remaining, 3 about to be morphed in. Are they even going to finish? They're in range! They're going to be denied!
Just like so, wow. I think Cure might just take it to the ace match. Dark is starting to lose all of his drones here by this 4th base location. He doesn't have a backup 4th.
Yeah, exactly. 4th goes down. The drones, more importantly, all of these drones go down as well. Cure, he is doing it. He's breaking Dark right now. Dark was so greedy, avoiding all of the Banelings as well. He's trying to go into these spellcasters, but he just didn't have enough army, enough DPS in general.
It's going to be so risky, though, for Cure to continue to fight with all of these lurkers about. That's a good Parabomb. And Dark is able to borrow enough lurkers to keep this drop at bay for the time being. The lurkers in that 3rd base location are also acting as a pretty good deterrent. So, yeah, Dark is taking a lot of damage, but he's not dead.
Yeah, he's trading.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, like Cure's slipping up a little bit here and there. Like he just rallied a bunch of units into these lurkers, and with mass lurker, Cure cannot push in. I was criticizing Dark for avoiding his Banelings in the early game, and that's why so much damage was dealt to him. But now he has a splash damage with all these lurkers.
And now these tanks aren't going to be too much of an issue thanks to some yoinks, like so. Oh, it's so low!
Oh my god. Lurkers are good. Are they that good? We'll see. We even have a couple of harassing lurkers across the map. They're going to be dealt with as... Oh my god, these Marines are trying to stim them down.
He's trying to stim to avoid the spines. They actually do.
Oh god. And Dark is stabilizing. Like, he's still down in supply, don't get me wrong. Like, Cure still has a pretty big advantage. But Dark is doing a really good job at just defending at home and slowing things down. I really worry about this harassing force, though. I don't know if Dark can hold on to his 4th. Yeah,
where are the lurkers by this 4th base location? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
they're not there.
We need them desperately. Instead, Dark is in his main getting ready for a Doom drop, which, to be fair, I don't blame him. Right, we have a lot of medevacs here. But what about his 4th? Oh, no.
It is going to get stimmed down. Even if Dark repositions his army, I think there's enough army here to take out this base, or apparently not.
He just evacuated his main. That was the army that was waiting in the main base, and now we have a massive Doom drop coming in!
Yeah, one lurker, unfortunately, is not gonna cut it, but maybe these Vipers are able to pull something off. Can we see the Blinding Clouds? The Hive is in a lot of trouble. The Hive will get taken out.
The Hive gets taken out. We see Yoinks and a couple of Blinding Clouds. Is it gonna be enough? It looks like it may be enough to force the Terran out, but getting the Hive is huge.
The Hive getting all of these drones is absolutely massive. It's too little too late right now for Dark.
Yeah, he's been trying desperately to stabilize, to stop the hemorrhaging that he's been sustaining, but it's not going to be enough here. All the tech is going to go down. The infestation pit as well. With the loss of the Hive means no 3-3 for Dark. He's stuck on 2-2.
And I'm not even convinced Dark has enough to go for a counterattack.
Yeah, I'm not convinced either. There's another drop here at the 4th. All of these drones are going down. Cure is unrelenting with this push. There's still a lot of lurkers though, so maybe?
we'll see. I mean, lookers are good, as you said, but he does need to set them up preemptively. One of them actually going to go down for free.
Yeah, and there's no
lookers
buffer.
Are a defensive unit at the end of the day, I suppose.
Yeah, the drones are pulled. Everything is going to go down here. It looks like Cure is looking to tie up the series. He's not going to go down without a fight. And, I mean, the Vipers do show up, and Dark does barely hold on, but he's just lost so much, mate.
Yeah, we're at 70 SCVs versus 39 drones. That's not even calculating for mules. Cure is so far ahead in every aspect right now.
He really is. The power of Berlingrad. Like, Terrans can be so aggressive with their pushes. They can hit so quick and so fast. This is not the map where you want to just rush a hive. This is not where you want. You're Pride of Altaris, Glittering Ashes. Sure, you can do it there. But on Berlingrad, crazy, mate. Crazy.
Well, it's still a map that Dark wants to rush up to high. But, yeah, in general, it's not a good idea.
It's difficult to pull it off. It's very difficult. As we see, you know, Dark was having a really hard time. He is here set up at his 4th base. I'm surprised he's still fighting his goddamn heart out. But, like, for how much longer can this go on?
Not a whole lot as the Doomdrop gets to the main base once again. I don't think this tech that Dark has there can be replaced easily at all. I mean, Dark's out of gas.
Yeah, that was the last lurker then. A spawning pool is being remade. GG gets called!
GGF is called. And we're getting our ace match.
We are getting that ace match, mate. Oh my god. All the way to game 5. We weren't here for the start of the series, so I don't know what maps have been played out, but I'm very curious to see what the final map
at least.
Yeah, what's the final map is going to be.
It's going to be the Tungul.
Oh.
This map, okay.
Hardwire. Interesting. Interesting. One of the more relatively standard maps. Relatively small as well compared to some of the larger maps in the map pool. Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what either player has in store. I'm liking this. Most of our upper bracket matches are going all the way. They're going all the way to the ace match.
True. Just goes to show how close in skill a lot of these players are, mates. Speaking of,
I think
we got a couple of updates. Maru has qualified.
He has. That's the only qualifying match, actually, that didn't go all the way to the ace match. But, again, yes, shows the skill, question mark. Anyway, we're going to be continuing this series, concluding this series on Heartwire. LE, we're in the bottom left-hand, look, top, bottom, same thing. Bottom left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have our red Zerg player coming down from the land of Korea. He, of course, is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG. He is Dark.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have South Korean Terran tying up the series in that last game. Can he do it? Can he pull it off? Can he qualify for DreamHack Last Chance? It is secure.
It's kind of funny that we're actually in a scenario where, yeah, Dark actually kind of needs to be in Last Chance more than Cure. I think overall, just based on points, Dark is pretty much a shoo-in for IAM Katowice, but it's not quite the same as straight up securing a seed with a Code S victory like Cure. Oh no, actually, Dark won GSL Season 2, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's a season of GSL that completely slips my mind because we were doing the B stream at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Disregard everything I said. Yeah, both players are already confirmed for IAM Katowice, but you know, it's who is more confirmed? It's what they're fighting for. That and a little bit more prize money.
That's what it's all about, mate. That is what it is all about. Also denying other people entry as well, right? Denying points for other players. So Oh my god, it's gonna be insane.
Absolutely mad. That's what it's gonna be.
Oh boy. As so far, this opener has been, or this game has been pretty standard from both players. What I mean by that, this time there's been no 3 racks, and this time there was no pull first.
Yeah. On the ace match of all maps, it's really where we want to get some standard play coming out. The answer is yes.
Yeah, and what does standard mean? Like, do we want to see Dark rush into Hive again? Is that what we want?
That's what I want.
It's such an overconfident thing to do. It's up Dark's alley. You know, it's why he did it on Berlingrad. Would he do it again? I mean, he's not the safest person.
Wait, what does that mean? He's not the safest person.
Yeah, he's reckless, mate.
To be around.
He's wild. He's crazy.
He really is. I'm just saying, if I had to pick a Zerg player to help me survive on a deserted island, it wouldn't be Dark. CDE.
He would without a second, without. Oh my god, there's no doubt in his mind. Meanwhile, Cure. Oh my god, he actually goes all the way in with his Hellions.
Yeah, Queen's not quite getting the body block. So Cure will get a really good scout off here, but you know, not much drone damage to be had.
Yeah, we'll see if this goes well for him. He rallies the next 2 Hellions in as well. Bold move, but you know what? At least he keeps these alive.
For now, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit shocked by what just happened. I mean, he gets 3 drones. Is it worth 2 Hellions? I guess so. I guess it's an okay trade for him.
Yeah, I guess so. Overall, he just really wanted to be sure that Dark wasn't pulling anything too cheeky here in the ace match. So yeah, that ease of mind, I guess, is worth 2 Hellions and a Reaper. Not to mention the fact that he's not really using these Hellions for harassment as much as he'll be using these Banshees to harass.
Speaking of harass, the Hellions actually find their way into the 3rd base. Oh my god, more drones are being versed. They get pulled to attack the Hellions even.
7 of them do go down, but at the cost of Cure's map control.
Oh god, but the thing is, back at home, what do we have? Banshee comes out to keep the pressure up. The Ling's going to be going across the map to try and be a little bit annoying, try and keep an eye on that 3rd base. Is that wall-to-wall?
I think so.
It's not a wall! It's not a wall! There's nothing! There's nothing!
Wall, and I don't want this to be how our ace match ends, but I think it may.
Oh, 4 Marines come out! Is it gonna be enough? The Lings, oh my god, again, the SMVs are forced to fight, so many workers are falling! Finally, he plugs up the wall!
She is forced all the way back home too, so yeah, it's gonna take a while before Cure can reciprocate the damage. We're at 50 drones versus 36 SEVs.
I was looking at it and I was like, there's a pretty big gap there. Not like this. All the add-ons were on the way as well, so there were no Marines. As you said, all the Hellions got picked off as well because of how aggressive Cure was being, and he was punished for it.
How did Banshee suddenly take a ton of damage? Oh wait, it was a different Banshee. Okay.
Yeah. Second Banshee's about to rock up. Can I get anything
Banshee's got
done?
a lot to do.
It's got a lot to do, mate. Can he get 1 drone? We have spores already. He gets 1.
1 drone!
Oh!
Queen? 1 queen? A drone and a queen. That's a start at least.
Yeah, not bad. Queen. Okay. And honestly, not bad damage from this Banshee, all things considered. But nowhere near enough to equalize.
Damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not bad, but it's not enough either.
Yep. And Cure, he's pushing out across the map. He's got 1-1 on the way. He's got his stim. He's got his tank. Pushing out with 1 tank. You always talk about this. It's always really risky. Like, you don't want to be losing a tank early on. So it just goes to show how desperate Cure is to deal damage.
Yeah, this is kind of his Hail Mary right now. Sims a little bit prematurely because he needs to get everything across the map as quickly as he can. There are no Banelings out right now, but that's also a lot of openings for... There's also a lot of openings for Dark to surround that army.
Exactly. Like, Cure has to be so careful. He cannot afford to lose this tank. Looks like an Overlord is going to get picked off as things kick off here. Massive shout out to Chileno Singaporean in the chat as he does subscribe for 11 months. Oh my god, it's almost been an entire year, mate. Jesus Christ.
What? No, it's... Oh my god, it's 2022 soon.
Yeah. I mean, if we lined it up, it's possible that Chileno Singaporean, the first time he subscribed to us was maybe even in DreamHack Last Chance for last year. It's close enough anyway. So, yeah, massive shout out.
How did I do this here? Anyway, Cure has stabilized. Thankfully, he has done nothing but make SCVs and production. So, yeah, he's actually on an even economy. For now, his Dark does double expand that third hatch is a macro hatchery.
Yeah, which does show us that he wants to commit to the Ling Bane. Nothing but Ling Bane double macro hatch as well. My god.
That's insane, honestly.
It's a Chad move, mate.
That may actually be his downfall.
Oh my god, so many minerals just dumped into all these hatcheries just for sheer numbers. And thankfully, Cure got back home with that one tank. I was really concerned if he lost it, but because he keeps it alive, he's okay at home. He's even getting some decent SimCity with all of his structures.
And the last thing you want in this scenario is to get your tank counts reset. Tanks are going to be the backbone of your army, so you really need to make sure that you keep them alive for as long as possible.
Definitely. Speaking of, the Banshees is still putting in a lot of work. They're shipping away at these bases. Oh, there's no Spore! Mate, the drones!
Oh, the drones are very vulnerable. No spores, no queens, no nothing.
Oh my god. 5, 6, 7 drones go down. Force the queens to reposition. Very nice damage. At the same time, a drop into the main.
Yeah, that spore just not in position to really deflect the medevacs here. Oh, that's such a good connection, though.
True, like, there was some nice economic damage done, but with that Baneling connection, you know, Dark does reciprocate the damage a little bit, but he's falling a bit behind as well. Like, 11 drones is no small number. Like, Dark has to re-drone, he has to get his economy back up and running. He also needs a hive. 2-2 is about to finish up. What about 3-3? Like, what about that infestation pit?
No, it's just 2-2 max out and kill him. Send everything just across the map. But I don't think Dark is at the economic position where he can really afford to do that, though. Where he really start to throw everything across the map and trade inefficiently. Yeah,
I mean, this is a great 2-2 timing, lined up just like Cure, but he needs to look further into this game, I feel. He's been able to re-drone, which is nice, but now Cure is pushing out, and Cure has the army supply lead.
Yeah, almost maxed out. He's got 4 tanks with this. No, those Marines! They've been abandoned!
The Marines are going to get picked off by these queens at the same time. A massive Ling round by. Can he get the planetary? Oh, no, he cannot.
And now those reinforcements ready to defend. So ready now. Very good multi-prong coming out here from Cure. Hatchery solo, as is the other one. This hatchery is going to go down.
Yeah, the hatchery is going to get picked off. At the same time, we see a full surround. Lings are trying to close the distance. They're trying to get on top of the tanks, and they will.
That they do, and a couple of Banelings do connect with the bio as well. I think it's actually a little bit inefficient here. Yeah, a lot of these Banelings either connect with the tanks or get sniped.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we see another drop. Oh my god, can he get that? He gets the second hatchery!
Wow, just like that, Dark has lost his economic advantage, and Cure is not done. He's kept the majority of his army alive, and he is looking to get more damage.
Yeah, like Dark, he's still just stuck on 2-2 as well. 3-3 is on the way for Cure. Like, again, he's looking ahead. Oh, but the army, it could get caught out. Oh, God.
It could, but it doesn't.
Cure, Dark, he doesn't go for it. Instead, he's going for a massive counterattack instead.
He wants to bust through the natural base, but that already takes a position.
He doesn't find a way in. Dark, he just gave up this hatchery. His army is completely out of position. It's not where it needs to be. And Cure, he takes out the third hatchery in like 2 minutes.
Man, that wall not being a wall make Cure upset.
Yeah.
And now he's back with a vengeance.
God, he really is. Dark, he is just being pulled apart right now. We have a drop going into the main base, or tanks being set up to go into the main. Cure is not ready. Dark is not ready, sorry.
Yeah, I guess this is the issue with going massling Bane like this, especially if you have no plans of teching up.
And Dark did not have any plans whatsoever. Instead, he goes for a massive Link counterattack. And to be fair, he's dealing a lot of damage. He's gonna get, or he could get into production.
Yeah, already kind of supply blocking Cure a little bit. He wants to catch out some of these drops in the middle of the map as well. He's trying to Bane bust forward. Oh, those are some borrowed Banes. Those are some borrowed Banes.
Yeah, he wants the Marines to go up to the main base. No, these Lings are on move, on attack command. The Banelings, up!
Banelings, Banelings!
No! Dark's not looking! He missed his opportunity!
Oh no. Or does he?
Up!
Or
Dark,
does he? Dark,
He's not looking. Oh no, and he's lying on the other side of the map. He doesn't have an army.
It's chaos. It's because there is chaos going on everywhere. I will say that. Oh, we have a little bit of a pause here. Oh.
Oh no. Ah, feels bad, man. GG.
That's GG in the end. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, I guess with that, Cure is going to be the next player qualifying for DreamHack Last Chance.
Wow. GG.
Huh? GG. Yeah. GG.
I'm waiting for the button. Where's the button? Where's the
what? All right. So anticlimactic. GG. Huh.
GG, well played. Dark was looking in such a good position, and then suddenly everything went wrong. Suddenly bases were falling left and right. He, as you were saying, like, he wasn't thinking ahead, right? He wanted to end the game on lair tech. And he was lacking in anti-air, and those drops were doing so much for Cure.
Yeah. Dark being caught out of position one too many times there. Losing a base and losing another base. It's kind of what happens when you don't have an anti-air unit, as you were saying, that can really punish those medevacs and chase them down in the retreat. Or at the very least make the Terran player think twice before dropping aggressively like that. Because at any point, they can just hop, pick up, and leave.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. And wow. With that, congratulations, Cure. Cure, he does it. He qualifies for DreamHack Last Chance 2021/2022. And
well, season 2 of ESL Pro Tour, I think. So if you want to call, wait, season 1 of ESL Pro. Is this season 1 or season 2? Season 2 of ESL Pro Tour. Yeah, season 2.
I'd rather not. 2021. And now Dark, he gets knocked down to face Dongregu.
Oh, in a TvZ we were robbed of.
True.